Hi everyone. So in this video today, I wanted to talk to you about how to help someone when you feel like they're just wasting their life. Okay. Now this is a really sensitive subject. Some of what I might say may trigger some things in you and might not necessarily be what you want to hear. However, these are my opinions on how you can really look at the situation. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do, and I get it, it can be really frustrating and hard when you see someone that you love and you know that they're not living their best life. Okay, and that comes from a place of love and compassion for that person because you only want the very best for them, right? So the important thing that I need to first cover, okay, is do they think or do they feel that they are wasting their life? That's the biggest question you really need to ask yourself. Does this other person, do they think that they're wasting their life? Because they might not. If they're miserable and they hate their life, then clearly they're not happy with their life. So they're not going to be enjoying their life and living it to the fullest. Okay. If that is the case, then yes, there are things that you can do to help support them. Okay. Now, if you answered no to that question and they're completely happy living their life the way that it is, and even if that means, you know, sleeping most of the day and then up gaming most of the night or whatever else, okay, here it comes. What I need to ask you is, whose life is it? Is it your life or is it their life? And I know this is going to be incredibly tough for some of you watching this. And I get it, I really, really do. But if they are happy in the way that they're living their life right now, anyway, for as long as they're not doing any harm to you or another person, then that's all that matters. All that matters is that they feel that they are happy in the way that they're living their life because it is their life. It can be a really hard pill to swallow. It really, really can. But the truth is, it is their life. And yes, we may want them to be having lots of hobbies or going out with friends or um, taking care of their body or, not drinking, going out getting plastered every weekend or, having a nice job or having a partner or relationship, all these different things. But what you have to remember is that is what you want for them. That is what you want their life to be like. And just because to you a happy, fulfilled life, or not wasting your life, maybe one or all or any number of those things or anything else, that is just based on you and your opinion, what you think someone living their life and not wasting their life, that is what you think it looks like. And the thing is, it's the other person, it's actually their life. So only they will know, or yeah, only they will actually know if what they are doing in their life right now feels like they're wasting their life. They're the only ones that can make that decision. Now, I'm not having a go at you if this situation or scenario applies to you. Please don't think that I'm slating you, because I know that you're not trying to project yourself onto them. You're not trying to force them into doing things, but you just genuinely have so much love for them. You just truly want them to live the best version of their life. Okay? It's for example, okay. Um my children like vinegar. So they're like vinegar crisps. Now, for them, say if the vinegar crisps, salt vinegar crisps were like their favorite thing, to them that would be like living their best life, when they're eating those. That's the best, most enjoyable experience of eating a packet of crisps could be, right? Now, me, on the other hand, I hate vinegar. So my opinions on what I feel and what I like and what I want for myself is completely different to what is their idea of wonderful or perfect or great or delicious in this analogy. Okay, so like I said, I'm sending loads of love and light. Please don't beat yourself up. Okay, it is just it can be hard, when you really love someone, to remind yourself that they are their own person, and it is actually their life. Even if we think that they're making messed up decisions and choices, if they think they're doing what is right for them and what is best for them, then whether we like it or not, we just have to support them. Like I said, unless it's illegal or hurting anyone. Okay. Now, if it's the other way, if it's like I said, they feel like they are wasting their life, if they are hating the way they're living their life right now, and they're really struggling, there's a few different options and different things that you can do. Okay. Now, if they have unhealthy habits such as um, massively overeating or undereating, or self-harming, or any addiction kind of issues, then there is help out there. You can literally just do a Google search and there will be plenty of support out there, okay? But what you need to know is, with any kind of addiction, none of it is intentional. They don't want to do these things, but they just can't stop on their own. They need help. But they have to be at the place where they want to change their lives. Okay? Because until they are at their worst and lowest point, if it's not what they want to do, if recovery is not what they want to do, all it's going to do is just blow up in your face, because it's going to push them further away. And so they will then have less support, and it creates so much more stress and tension. And I don't think any of us really want that. Okay. Now, for some instances, seeking medical advice or psychiatric or, counseling, that kind of thing might be best for what is needed. However, if it's things like coping with overwhelm or not getting out of the bedroom, for example, I went through a phase when I was going to say when I was a child, but also as an adult. So I struggled with mental health my entire life, and it would be crippling. Up until the last few years, where I've done so much actual work, that I can cope with things and manage things. Okay. Now, if it's the case of their mental health is really bad, or they just shut themselves away in the bedroom, that's what I used to do. I wanted to disconnect from everyone around me. And it's because it feels safe. That's a safe space where they don't have to come into contact with other people. That's where they feel comfortable. They don't have to, they won't potentially face any confrontation from anyone or stress from anyone else at all. And when someone gets in that phase where they're stuck in their bedroom pretty much and just come out for, food and drinks in the bathroom kind of thing, it can be a really hard thing to get out of. So if that is the case, then what you want to do as a loved one, friend, parent, guardian, whatever your role is to this person, is be there to support them. Okay. And I know that sounds easier said than done, but what they're doing is they're disconnecting. They're disconnecting from their emotions by shutting everyone else out and disconnecting from people and the world. They're actually disconnecting from their emotions and how they're feeling. Now, you might think, oh, they feel because they're angry and annoyed and peeved off, or they're depressed all the time. I used to be like that too. But I was actually very disconnected from my emotions. I'd feel the extremities, but I wouldn't be able to feel anything if it wasn't an extreme emotion. And when you're in that phase, the only emotion you're going to feel, the most powerful, the most strongest feeling or emotion that you can feel is pain, is the anger, is the rage, is the depression. When you're in those places, there is no clarity of mind. Everything is so difficult to do. So if it is the case of that kind of situation, what I would suggest is, believe it or not, social interaction is the best thing. And I don't mean, oh, come on, let's go out, baby steps, okay? Baby steps. Because think of it like medication, right? To get people out of that phase where that point where they're so disconnected from their own feelings and emotions, and they're disconnected from social contact and other people. Treat it like it's medication. A doctor will never go straight in and give you the dose that you actually need, which would be just going straight out there and going shopping or going to a party or whatever, because that would be way too much. If you give anyone like a 200, I'm just making this up, I'm not a medical professional, so I haven't got a clue with doses, right? But say if someone needed, I don't know, 200 mils of morphine, it'd kill them, by the way. Or even 200 micrograms, that may even kill them. If you give that straight away to someone, it's gonna cause such an extreme reaction, and it will be incredibly detrimental, incredibly bad for them. So what a doctor would do is they would give a much lower dose. They would start on maybe 10 micrograms, which would be like you going in their room or going in whatever room that they're in and trying to talk to them. And if they shut off and they're not wanting to talk, maybe just being in that room and spending a couple of minutes in there just so they get reintroduced to being around another person. So that's like a super, super low dose, and that's still going to be like, like when you first take any kind of medication, sometimes it can really knock you for six, and that's because it's a really strong dose. That's what it feels like to your system, because you've not had it. You've kind of had a full detox, but then a couple of weeks or a couple of months, the social side obviously is much quicker than that, but medication-wise, a couple of weeks, couple of months, you may be on triple or quadruple the original dose, and you're fine. It doesn't affect you like what the first one did. And that's the important thing to remember, okay? Just being around them, and make sure that when you're around them, you're not focusing on them wasting their life or what they're not doing, or giving them any kind of disapproval that you may have towards their life choices. The best way you can support someone when they are struggling like that is to just be there. Physically be there in the room with them. And try and talk. And that can even be, is this dirty? Is this clean? Where do you want this put? Because it'll get them opening up. It'll be in a much lower dose that they'll be able to tolerate and cope with. And then it's a gradual process. So then you can start doing more, and next thing you know, they're coming out of their room and they may be having lunch with you, or they maybe go with you somewhere, So it's a gradual process. But I promise you, these things do work. But don't talk to them about how they're feeling. Take an interest in whatever they're doing. So if they're playing a game, for example, because games can be an amazing distraction from the pain or the reality of their life at that time. Because all of these things with addiction, even like gaming, is very addictive. It's as a distraction because they don't like the feelings that they're experiencing, and they don't know how to handle it. So they go in for a quick fix to kind of distract them from the pain they're actually feeling. And then it gets so deep into that they don't even know what the pain was about. For all they know is like they need this. Like this helps. Okay? Because they still feel the pain, which is why they keep doing it, doing these things, gaming or drinking or whatever it is, in order to make themselves feel a little bit better. But then they've got the other parts of them then that maybe kick it in of feeling, maybe they feel a bit of guilt or shame or disappointment, in the way that they're living their life right now, or something that might have happened, but they're not able to feel it. So it's a vicious trap. Okay. So please like, subscribe, drop a comment, like anything at all is greatly appreciated. But I truly hope that this has given you a bit of insight, and it'll help you in some kind of way if you have someone in your life and you're feeling that frustration, you're feeling like they're wasting their life, or if the person themselves feel like they're wasting their life. Please do reach out if you need to. I would love to hear from you. And like I was saying, if it is in the sense of like gaming, or uh, could be doing like artwork or whatever they're obsessing over, which is not really, like healthier than sort of drinking or narcotics and any other type of addiction, then take an interest in what they're doing, just ask them or comment on what they're doing, and that will be a great way to open up conversations and get them starting to take the medicine, so to speak. So thank you for spending the time watching this video, and I really hope it's been of some kind of help and use, and sending you all love and light. Bye.